guys, welcome back to my channel. Check out my outfit. It's RunDisney Tag Week. Didn't say this in the intro. This is week 11. And if you watched last week's video, as I say that today is Tuesday, you know that I just did the week 10 11 miles yesterday. So I'm not running. I'm doing my walk, jog, keeping a walk, the total pace for the walk under Balloon Lady pace. Honestly, it feels good to move my legs instead of just sitting around. I'm not too terribly sore, feel okay. Foot's not bothering me too much where my little chronic injury is. So I got tagged in the RunDisney Tag by Kristen at Running and Makeup. So during each of my little workouts, I'll answer a few questions during each one. So we'll do a couple today. I'm just here on my street, taking a nice little walk, get the blood flowing in these legs. So we'll get to a couple questions. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was really clever that you'll see throughout the week I'm gonna be wearing the very few RunDisney shirts that I own. This one I got off of Facebook Marketplace way back in the day, and I've never paired it with this skirt, but it kind of works. Super excited about it. All right, so we're gonna do a couple questions. First one, how did you hear about RunDisney? And hopefully I can go back and find, I think I actually put these in a way earlier video back in the day. I'll try to find some pictures. Back when I was really young, and we lived in Oviedo, I think it was when we lived in Oviedo, it would make sense. My dad did participate in RunDisney Marathon Weekend. And I believe he was signed up for the marathon, and at that time, if you didn't think you could complete the marathon, you could actually veer off and do the half, like they ran it on the same day. There's a car going by. It's got to be careful. So that was when I was, young, like 6, 7, 8. And I guess I just kind of forgot about it. And then my sister and brother-in-law, who are over at MouseGen, and I'll put all their things on here. I'll link all the stuff. I'm about to jog here, so we're recovering for 30 seconds. This is my jog for 30 seconds. I'll link all their things. You should go follow them if you don't already. They have awesome Disney and RunDisney content. Oh, look, the deer. They're too fast. I already turned the camera around. You can see them. They've been running, but even before, well, I knew that they were running races, but I went on a Disney cruise with my sister, and we did the Castaway Key 5K together. And I thought, you know what? I really would like to do RunDisney, like, in person. And the rest is kind of history. My first live race was supposed to be in 2021. Yes. And I got canceled, So, yeah. But yeah, the rest is history from that. So I kind of knew about RunDisney, then forgot about it, and then rediscovered it. Second question, and the last one for this particular workout. How many RunDisney race weekends have you done? Like I mentioned, my first live RunDisney was supposed to be Fairy Tale Challenge 2021, and that went virtual. So when it went virtual, I changed my registration from the challenge to just the 5K, because I'll tell you what, those virtuals are expensive for not actually getting to go there. So I just did the 5K, but I trained for that 5K like it was going to be a live race. Went out to one of my favorite places to run, ran for time, and at that time PR'd my 5K time. I've since gotten a little bit better, but I was super proud. So that was the aerial 5K medal. And my first live weekend, the only other Run Disney I've done, besides the virtual, was 2022 Fairy Tale Challenge. So, Fairy Tale Challenge 2022. So much fun. Loved it. So, those are really the only two I've done up to this point. But I have plans. Obviously, I'm signed up for Goofy Challenge 2023. But I actually have in my extended Run Disney calendar planned for the next few years. I try to get money, of course. I can only do one a year. So, but it'll be exciting just to start checking all these off my list. All right, let me finish this 2 miles. So today's Wednesday, and I thought I would take a slight break from the Run Disney Tag for my workout today and join what I'm sure is a whole community of runners in running 3.4 miles today for Eliza Fletcher. It's so sad. I'm 35, so to imagine someone, around my age that isn't going to get to see the rest of what could have been, an awesome life with her kids and her husband. And then I even saw that Fairy Tale Runner on Instagram shared a post from somebody else that Eliza actually ran the Princess Half Marathon earlier this year, which was my first live Run Disney race. So to think that I was in that close of proximity to someone who's no longer here is just really sad. So I'm not going to get into any specifics today about what I do for safety or, any opinions on that, because today is just about honoring her, and she will be missed. So 3.4, this is for you, Eliza. Happy Thursday. I am getting ready to do a couple miles on the treadmill and then do some strength training. Check out my outfit of the day. Continuing with our Run Disney themed shirts here. Once again, never have paired these shirts with sparkle skirts, but it's really fun to find colors that match. I would answer the questions on the treadmill, but the treadmill is really loud. So I'm gonna get my 2 miles done, and then I will answer the next couple of questions on the Run Disney tag list. I'm listening a little bit. Sorry if I'm not super vivacious today. I do not feel very well. I think the allergies are starting to catch up to me just a little bit because it's that fall allergy season. So, but I did my 2 miles, warm up for Peloton while I cool down for a second before I hit the weights, as they say. We're going to answer the next 2 questions. What is your favorite Run Disney race or race weekend? Well, I've only done one, the Princess weekend, so but that honestly was so fun, and it was overly fun because it was my first one, but I think that once I make the rounds and visit all these race weekends, they're each going to be a favorite for different reasons. Princess will always be special because it was my first. Wine and Dine, whenever I'm able to go do that one, will be fun because of the after party. It's the only weekend with an after party, so that'll be fun. Marathon weekend, it's the OG. It's their first race weekend that they came up with, and it'll be my first marathon. So that will, just like Princess is my first Run Disney ever, marathon will always hold a place in my heart because it's going to be my first official marathon. And then, it was Star Wars. I'm kind of sad I never got to experience Star Wars, but the Springtime Surprise Weekend, I'm going to really try to hit that one on a really exciting theme, and I love it. I mean, they've done great so far with rotating the themes, and Pixar is such a great one. So, like I said, they're all going to be my favorites for different reasons. I really can't just pick one. The 4th question, what is your favorite park to run through? I had to sit down and think, because I guess at Princess, at certain points. We ran through Magic Kingdom, but then we did a little bit of Hollywood Studios, and then, you know, obviously they all ended at Epcot. So the only park I have yet to run through is Animal Kingdom, which I will get to run through in January during the marathon. But I'm gonna say Magic Kingdom, probably even after I've experienced all 4, will be my favorite. Just running down Main Street is so exciting, and seeing the castle. But I'm gonna say that a close second, and I probably won't get to experience this because I don't run that fast, but being able to run through Animal Kingdom at night when Pandora's lit up. I haven't gotten to see Pandora lit up at all, because back when I was able to go to Animal Kingdom right after Disney reopened, their hours didn't allow for seeing it at night. But I've seen video, and I can imagine that running through Pandora when it's all lit up is probably really cool. So I'm gonna say that hypothetically that would be a close second to Magic Kingdom. So yeah, Magic Kingdom, nothing like running towards that castle. Alright, well, I'm gonna get these weights done so that I can shower and get on with my day, and I will see you tomorrow for the next couple of questions. Alright, so I was totally planning on doing 3 miles on the treadmill, but I am still feeling under the weather, so I just did 1.5 miles, and, oh, by the way, today's Friday. Today's Friday, and I did 2 different 10-minute classes, Strength for Runners, and now I'm going to answer a couple more questions. Oh, my phone's doing weird things. Hold, please. Okay, a couple more RunDisney Tag questions. What is your favorite RunDisney medal? Well, I only have 4 right now. I have my Aerial 5K from Virtual, and then I have Tiana 10K, Mulan Half Marathon, and the Moana Fairy Tale Challenge. And I would have to say my favorite, I think my favorite is the Tiana 10K. I don't know what it is about the coloring on that one, but it's just so pretty. Of course, I love all of them, and I'm going to throw in a bonus because this is my party, and I totally can. I'm going to throw in what my favorite medal is going to be from Marathon Weekend. And I think I'm really excited to see what the Goofy one does. I think my prediction is, because from what it looks like in the picture, is that you can spin Goofy's head in the background. Spins around, and I'd love it because I don't know how often they've ever done this, but it's the Goofy challenge, but they have all the other characters on that background, or at least several of them that you can see. You can see Chip and Dale. I think someone said they could see part of Daisy. So even though those characters aren't necessarily, well, Daisy is. Well, is Daisy? Yeah, Daisy's part of the half marathon, I think. But I know Chip and Dale, they're not a part of the Goofy challenge, but they're still going to be featured on the medal, which is really fun. So that's my little bonus for the medal question, is I'm really excited to, of course, get my Goofy challenge medal. Okay. What 3 songs are on your RunDisney playlist? I am a music person, so having to pick 3 is really hard, so I'm just going to pick the first 3 that come to my head. Happily Ever After. And I mentioned before, I actually have a voice memo recording that I did of the actual fireworks show back when there was a YouTube video of it. I did a voice memo recording of the whole 18-minute show, and I turned it into an MP3 so I can put it on my race playlist. And I usually try to have it play at the end, so I know I'm at the end of my playlist, and it's 18 minutes, so that's usually about 1.5 miles for me. Or if I'm in a workout and just really struggling, I'll pop it on my phone, and it just gets me going. Love it, love it, love it. And my Osmo Pocket's about to die, so I need to hurry up. All right, 2 more songs. This Is Me from Greatest Showman, and Come Alive from Greatest Showman. Several of the Greatest Showman songs are always on my race playlist, and I know those aren't Disney, but we love them. They always pump me up. Okay, so since I'm about to die, I'm going to wrap this up. I have my only workout this week tomorrow, and I'm hoping to do it at the track as long as it's not raining. See you tomorrow. It's Saturday. Guess where I'm not. Not at the track. I'm running here. Besides the fact that it was raining, I still don't feel very good. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to complete the workout, but we're going to give it the college try. So instead of giving you more time-lapse video of me running on the treadmill, I'll do the workout, finish the questions, and close out the video. This is what I look like after that run. And this is what they look like after I'm done running. Oh, to have your life. Alright, we're going to try something. I'm going to multitask and finish my RunDisney questions while I play with the dogs. So we're going to see how this goes. They're right here. I'll show you guys the dogs in a minute. Ready, guys? Go! Go get it! Alright, so our next question is, do you go for a PR at a RunDisney race? Negative. Not a time PR. That has never been my plan. Always just go to have fun. And I'm sorry, I keep ducking out of frame. Always go to have fun. And I really would, oh, and actually, I'll touch on this, and I think it's the next question. What characters do you always stop for? That is something that I kind of regret with my first RunDisney weekend, is that I did not stop for more characters. I was just nervous, just like I think most people who do their first RunDisney. They get nervous about the balloon ladies and not, keeping a good pace and blah, blah, blah. But now that I've got a feel for how all that works, I definitely want to stop for more characters for Marathon Weekend. And I'm really hoping Powerline Max is out there. Oh, I already just did that one. What is your favorite pre- and post-race meal? Sadie, where you going? Sadie, gotta get the ball. Pre and post race. Pre-race, usually I'm super nervous since I have a hard time eating, but I try to get a good amount, like a couple of hours before for breakfast. I'll try to do a Cliff Bar, something with a little bit of protein. I don't ever do that, super close. I've learned not to do that super close to race time. Naked juice is something I like to drink in the mornings before a race. I'll do a banana an hour to 30 minutes before, and I really just hydrate. Now dinner, I've done spaghetti, but I got really tired of spaghetti. So one of my favorite things to do now is to do grilled chicken with some good bread or rolls and some sort of vegetable like broccoli or green beans or something. But grilled chicken is a nice, variety change. I know my sister told me when I told her that that's what I like to have. She's like, why do you do a big protein thing the night before? It's never bothered me. We'll see if it does this time. Post-race, post-run, like today, I will be having pizza tonight. Really, probably the most unhealthy thing that I can probably find. So pizza, hamburgers, really anything is going to taste good after running a whole bunch. But, I'm a sucker for the classics, pizza, hamburgers. Aw, Sadie's on the chair. Okay, let's see. Alright, what's your favorite costume you run in? Well, I've only run in two. And my 10K costume was really rather boring. I'll insert a picture here of me with my Kelsey Hope sign. It's one of my favorite pictures that I got from PhotoPass. But my Moana was it wasn't anything super creative. It was just a classic Moana. Hold on. Sadie always is excited when there's frogs in the pool. But my Moana, was my little tannish gold skirt and a Moana top that I got off Etsy, and I had the Heart of Tafiti necklace. It was not super exciting. But on to the last question that we have: which costume are you looking forward to running in next? Well, and I think I've already mentioned, so it's not really much of a surprise. For half marathon, I'm dressing as Tinkerbell. It's like a Tinkerbell bound. You know, it's her colors and it's a shirt. But I don't know if they make with Sparkle Athletic anymore. I got it off Facebook. And then for marathon, I'm doing a goofy outfit with my sparkle skirt and a little goofy shirt. I think I'm most excited about the Tinkerbell one, just because, and I wasn't even planning for it, but it, you know, I feel like the way it looks, the heathered look, and just what I'm doing with it is very on 90s theme. And then for my marathon for time, I'm going with a Figment theme, which also, I've always loved Figment, the old version of the ride, not the new one. So yeah, so probably the Figment, and then for the actual race weekend, Tinkerbell. Those would be my favorites. Okay, so let me finish playing with these dogs. I will get cleaned up, and we'll close this week out with our lesson from Meb's book. So here we are at the end of week 11. 11 questions for RunDisney Tag, week 11. I say it works. It's funny how, and it could just be me and the way my mind works, but that our particular story happened to fall on this week with what happened with Eliza Fletcher. It was Meb's 10th marathon. It was the 2008 Olympic Marathon Trials in New York, which occurred in November of 2007. He placed 8th with a much slower time than his other ones. And the key lesson was, you're not always going to get what you think you deserve. These trials can help you realize what's really important. P.S. If you hear that weird noise, it's Sadie chewing on a bone right next to where I'm doing this right now. So that's a weird noise. But anyway, he was feeling pretty good before he started this, and he was running, trying to keep pace with Ryan Hall, who we all know and love. And he was I think he was around, they run around Central Park, and an ambulance went by at a certain point, and it has here that he says, why can't they keep the course closed? Don't they have access somewhere else? I'm just kind of annoyed that there was an ambulance, and some of his older injuries after, I forget where, it was after the 10-mile mark. Some of his older injuries were starting to hurt, and he knew he wasn't going to be able to keep up, and he was just very bummed that he came in the place that he did. But then he finds out later that what that ambulance was for, it was a friend of his that was also running the race that very unexpectedly had cardiac arrest and had passed away. And so that's where he gets his lesson from, that you're not always going to get what you think you deserve, but these trials can help you realize what's really important. And so with the passing of his friend during that race, it just kind of brought him back, grounded him a little bit, and realized that there's worse things that can happen than placing 8th in a race. And for me, thinking about that lesson, that being the lesson for this week, and what happened with Eliza Fletcher, is how you never know what tomorrow is going to bring for yourself or anyone that is in your circle, and your family and your friends. So never take those relationships for granted is my takeaway this week. So my heart really does go out to that family, those 2 little boys that are going to grow up without their mom, and that husband who lost his love of his life. Is a sad thing. And also on that note, if you're a praying person, which I hope you are, my grandfather's in the hospital. He has dementia and Parkinson's, and we've noticed in the past, probably about the past month, maybe a couple months, but he's really started to kind of go downhill, which is expected with those 2 diseases. And he's doing okay right now. They just are monitoring him in the hospital, but just for prayers for him and peace for us, that whatever's going to happen is what God wants. And he's a retired pastor, so I mean he devoted a good portion of his life to sharing God's word. So that part gives me peace, that even if something were to happen, I'm going to see him again one day. So that's what I want to, the main thing I want to leave you with this week, and what I'm taking away from this week, is to never take the people in your life for granted, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And you know what's really funny? The other thing I wanted to share was when I was on the treadmill earlier. Oh, by the way, I didn't share what I did. I did a critical velocity run, 6 sets of 3 minutes at a 5K pace. That's what I was doing on the treadmill, and it was really hard and wanted to quit, and I'm so glad I didn't, because it was a good workout, and it makes me feel good about my 5K. But anyway, during that run on the treadmill, I was watching, I actually made a YouTube playlist of the first few dopey training from Kristen in running and makeup, just going back, starting at the beginning of her journey, and you know how she became ill and came back from that, and she's doing so great. But it was funny because her week 5, we're in week 11 now, but her week 5, she actually had a moment where she ended a run early because her gut told her she shouldn't be out there by herself. And she talks about how she hates that we have to have that conversation. But she's right. There's evil in this world, and as much as we wish there wasn't, there is. So I encourage guys and girls, it's not just girls, it really can be guys too. Check up on what you're doing for safety. I've always carried pepper spray when I'm running by myself, and even on Monday for that long run, even though I was with those 2 girls, I carried my pepper spray because of what had just happened there in Memphis. But now I also, if I'm going to run by myself, I never do it early in the morning, but if I'm going to go run by myself, like at 9 or 10 o'clock, I've decided I'm going to let somebody know that I've started, let somebody know that I've finished. And I did that the other day, and when my mom hadn't heard from me and she thought I was supposed to be done, she texted me, and I texted her back even though I was running. I said, I'm okay, I got half a mile to go. And I've set up the safety features on my Garmin, so you know, you can press a button, request assistance, or if it detects that I've abruptly stopped during an outside run, it will contact my emergency contacts. Just up your safety game, because that is the world that we live in. And unfortunately, no matter what we do, at least in my opinion, I really don't think that's going to change until Jesus comes back. I wish that wasn't the case, but evil is going to exist. It's just unfortunately the way it is. So just step up that safety game. I also wanted to share something fun I got in the mail yesterday. I got this goofy bracelet from a girl named Dana. I feel weird about sharing last names on here, but her name is Dana. If you search the RunDisney Facebook groups, I'm sure eventually you'll find her post where she is selling these for a fundraiser for her charity. And I love little reminders that I can wear of the goal that I'm working towards. So I'm super excited to wear this. Is there anything else I wanted to share? I think that's it. So week 11 done. Oh, who I'm tagging for the RunDisney Tag. I'm going to tag, make sure I get the names right, hold on. I'm going to tag Olive Branch Inspirations. Please answer these questions sometime soon. I'd love to hear your answers. And then I'm also going to tag MouseGen, my sister and brother-in-law, and DCLPodcast, the guys from DCLPodcast, because they're doing a RunDisney rundown live tomorrow night. And I'm kind of hoping that they'll see that I'm tagging them before then. Maybe they could answer some of the questions during their live. But tomorrow, if you're not doing anything about, let me look up the time because I wasn't prepared. At 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can watch it either at MouseGen on YouTube or DCLPodcast on YouTube, and I think you can actually watch it on Facebook too. But you can go check out both their Instagrams because they have information on where you can watch it. But their RunDisney rundowns are always really fun to watch, and I swear I'm not biased because I'm related. But they're so fun, and I'm tagging them in the RunDisney Tag because I want to hear, especially, I've heard some of my sister and brother-in-law's answers, but I'd love to hear DCLPodcast answer the questions. So, because they're RunDisney vets too, so it'll be fun. So y'all are tagged, please answer the questions, it'll be fun. I hope everyone's training is going good. Everyone, please stay safe. I don't care if you're a guy or girl. Please stay safe on your runs. And always remember that you are God's masterpiece. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you for week 12 where we start our back-to-back longer runs. See you next time.